Hi, I'm Jo Argabright, Extension Specialist with K-State Research and Extension. Welcome to Nex-Tech Extension Ed Talk on farm stress and mental health. Mental health, particularly that which stems from chronic farm stress, is a major issue across Kansas and our nation. K-State Research and Extension is dedicated to addressing this comprehensive issue. As a system, we are committed to raising awareness, linking resources, and empowering residents to lead healthier lives, both physically and mentally. The objectives of this show are to help you get educated by increasing awareness of rural stress issues and the associated warning signs, helping to manage stress by exploring key stress issues and communicating about useful steps in managing stress, to help others apply coping methods by identifying and applying useful methods to respond to stress, and by knowing resources. Identifying and accessing available resources and sources of support is the #1 way we can prevent mental health issues related to farm stress. Stress affects everyone differently, although it is a common reaction to dealing with existing pressures or concerns. Some of the pressures that occur in the agricultural industry are unique and beyond a person's control. Commodity and livestock prices, machinery breakdowns, weather concerns, long hours, chronic fatigue, or loan officer meetings are all common stressors for ag workers. Navigating these situations can be difficult and lead to feelings of hopelessness or intense frustration. Focusing on what you can do to control how you respond to stressful conditions is important. Rural stress can have a challenging effect on individuals and families. Please join me in walking through the diagram on your screen. Individuals and families who work in agriculture are tightly linked to the agricultural system, and pressures from this system may lead to stresses on farm or family financial situations. Economic stresses occurring in farm and family settings can raise stress levels for individuals, leading to heightened levels of personal stress that have physical, emotional, and mental impacts. This is represented by the bubble in the top right. Individuals experiencing increased personal stress, such as anxiety, depression, or fatigue, may find themselves having greater difficulties or conflict in their family and business relationships. This is represented by the bottom right bubble. Stresses or conflict experienced in relationships with others may generate further stresses or unhealthy outcomes, such as relationship difficulties, parenting difficulties, frustration or stress for children, or less involvement in the community. Moving through the cycle to outcomes in the top left, a healthy response to stress occurring from these challenges in agriculture is to pay attention to all aspects of the system and find coping strategies and resources that are useful in each area. Farm and family financial concerns can generate pressures that cause uncertainty, are difficult to manage, and increase feelings of being frustrated or overwhelmed. Having a clear sense of why a person is stressed based on what is occurring in each of these areas can be helpful. Common farm financial stressors include net farm and ranch income decline, the debt-to-asset ratio or meeting debt payments, cash flow, arranging financing, and navigating complicated decision-making. Family financial stressors may include the ability or inability to meet family living expenses, working long hours or balancing 2 to 3 jobs, navigating the balance of work and family time, sense of inadequacy due to economic difficulties, and the loss of generational legacy by facing the challenge of having to leave the farm. Signs of stress are warning signals to slow down and focus on your wellness. Warning signals may present in physical, emotional, behavioral, and relationship dimensions. Some examples of physical or emotional mental stress signals might include upset stomach, fatigue, headaches, irritability, persistent anger, anxiety, or difficulty concentrating. Examples of stress signals that might affect behavior or relationship dimensions include difficulties with sleep, overeating or loss of appetite, increased alcohol or drug use, trouble making decisions, communication difficulties, or withdrawing socially, or physical or verbal outbursts. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be talking about managing rural stress, tips and tricks.
At Nex-Tech Wireless, we are here to help you anytime in any way that we can.
I broke my phone.
Oh.
I don't know what to do.
Luckily, you're covered by PhoneGuard. We can get you a new phone today.
Hey, Hey, is this tracking my workout? Yeah. Oh, thanks, buddy. Oh.
Switch to us and get a $100 Visa gift card and half off any smartphone.
Hey, how do I get signal in my basement?
Turn on the settings for calls over Wi-Fi.
Nex-Tech Wireless. Time for something different.
Good night, Jerry.
Storage Solutions is now offering premier portable buildings built locally in Greensburg and made to withstand the Kansas weather. These unique buildings can be more than just a storage shed and are as large as 16 by 40 feet. Their 30-year warranty offers flooring and walls that won't rot, splinter, or crack and are finished with a urethane paint. Multiple purchasing options are available. Visit Storage Solutions of Hayes to view models or go online to customize your building today.
The team at Homestead Assisted Living is a proud supporter of the Hayes community. Located just west of the Sternberg Natural History Museum, Homestead is a warm and welcoming community where residents receive compassionate care from licensed professionals. If you're curious about senior living options for yourself or a loved one, make Homestead your first call. Our kind and courteous staff would love to show you around and answer any questions you may have. Call us today to schedule a tour of Homestead or visit us online at homesteadofhayes.com.
Kansas weather can be brutal on your home's exterior. A dry and watertight roof performance is a result of choosing the right contractor. At AquaShield Roofing and Construction, we use the most up-to-date products and efficient technology. We offer quality services, professional installation, and unmatched warranties, adding value to your home and providing years of trouble-free protection. Call AquaShield Roofing and Construction for a free estimate today.
Welcome back to Extension Ed Talks. I'm Jo Argabright, and today we're discussing farm stress and mental health. Having a process you can use in managing pressures that impact your family, your farm operation, and life in general is helpful. The Managing Rural Stress model is designed to provide you with a process for thinking differently about stressors and strategies for managing them more effectively. There are 5 steps. First, assess the needs and impacts. Any source of stress affects a person's life as well as their family and farming operation. The impact can be compared to the idea of throwing a rock in a pond, paying attention to the ripple effect it causes. So the first step in addressing a stressor is to identify the source. For example, due to long hours or interruptions in your sleep schedule, one might need more restful sleep. How large of an impact does lack of sleep have on your overall wellness? Is it like dropping a pebble in a pond or a large rock? Second, identify and access your resources. Resources are what an individual has or can create to meet their needs, goals, and wants. Identify resources that will help manage a specific need, remembering that sometimes multiple resources can work together. If the identified need is more sleep, resources to address this might include a purposeful pre-sleep routine, turning off the TV or other screens early, or medicine that assists with sleep. Personal and less tangible resources might include knowledge, creativity, optimism, cooperation, and support from others. Material resources might include money, land, labor, capital, equipment, professional help, or organizations. Finally, think about how you can cultivate resourcefulness, which is the ability to recognize and use your resources effectively. 3, pursue good quality decisions. 4th, connect with your sources of support. After assessing your needs, identifying your resources, and exploring your decisions, a key next step in the process is to reach out and connect with your sources of support. This helps to move forward and begin implementing strategies to manage coping with your stressors. The last step, number 5, is use of effective coping strategies. The final step requires a person to think about the coping strategies they are using and identify whether or not they are effective. For example, if a person overeats or self-medicates with alcohol and drugs, these coping strategies may not be the most effective or positive options. Individuals and families in farming and ranching face critical decisions about using their resources to resolve concerns or reduce stresses. Some examples might include: how should we spend our time? Where should we put our money? Should we invest in new equipment or crop or livestock production strategies? Am I willing to visit with a professional about health concerns? To make good quality decisions, several things can be helpful. First, gather as much information as you need to feel informed. Be open to new ideas and information. Assess the available options. What are the pros and cons or benefits and costs associated with each option? Explore each option and how you feel about it. Clarify the values you hold or goals that are relevant in guiding you to make your decision. Be open to the possibility of change. You may need to make decisions that are different from past experiences or go against old habits. So what's in your toolbox? Tools are designed to do very different jobs. Find the right coping strategy or tool to fit your situation, and remember to change strategies or tools if the one you're using isn't working. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will be discussing prioritizing coping strategies.
Trust Rogers & Associates Insurance to keep your peace of mind through all the seasons in life. Whether you're cozy at home memory making with your family, on an outdoor adventure with the top down, floating on a boat, or in the middle of harvest, we can customize an insurance plan that's perfect for you. For all the seasons, we've got you covered. Call us or visit us online to learn more today.
What a girl wants in her home kitchen. Ease of use, flexibility, fun, the latest kitchen design, Frigidaire Professional Real Stainless Steel for fewer finger smudges, a French door refrigerator, convection cooking, and quiet dishwasher. Have the staff at Genuine Appliance in Hayes demonstrate new Frigidaire Gallery appliances to find what you want. Genuine Appliance at 1224 East 27th Street in Hayes. Everything a girl wants.
High Plains Podiatry, the team's greatest joy is seeing you doing what you love to do. Dr. Rob Hens addresses all problems of the foot and ankle with leading-edge capabilities. They travel extensively, serving in satellite clinics near you. Their growth in southwest Nebraska is a direct result of the caring and personal treatment they give their patients. Let High Plains Podiatry bring the pep back in your step. Now seeing patients in Norton and Colby, Kansas. Call today, 877-345-3668.
What is one of the most wonderful and dangerous inventions of modern business? The internet. Your technology can be a peeper into your private life. It knows the names of your customers, your employees, and when you made your last deposit. That info can end up on the dark web. Don't let that happen to you. Call Nex-Tech at 1-800-588-6649 and request a free dark web scan. Better to know now than dealing with creepers later.
Welcome back to Extension Ed Talks. I'm Jo Argabright, talking about farm stress and mental health. We're going to wrap up by discussing emphasizing coping strategies. Among coping priorities, a few should receive emphasis. These will enable a farmer or rancher to cope better through time. First, rest and renew one's own well-being. You cannot care well for your farm or your family if you don't care for yourself. Build in personal timeouts or rest breaks. You may explore sources of personal renewal, such as faith, hobbies, or anything that is important to you. Remember, sustainable farming includes sustaining the farmer. Second, focus on open, continuing, and healthy communication. If you're feeling stressed, simply bottling it up inside is not going to make it go away. The process of talking or sharing with others helps a person explore ideas, see things differently, relieve stress, and make better decisions. Identify others who understand your situation and will be willing to share in your stressors or concerns. Listen to one another as part of the communication process. Lastly, focus on relationships that are important and help sustain you, particularly your family relationships. Family and other relationships that are healthy and positive provide a large source of support, but they may become a drain if not properly maintained. Resources are available locally, regionally, statewide, and nationally. Refer to a local healthcare provider or mental health professional. If you or someone you know needs help, contact and connect with local professionals such as clergy, law enforcement, medical professional, school counselor, or social worker. Anyone can call the National or Kansas Suicide Prevention Support Lines for themselves or someone they are concerned about. Lines are open 24/7, and callers will be connected with a caring, highly trained crisis counselor. If you prefer text, you can text HOME to 741-741, the National Suicide Text Line. This will connect you immediately to a crisis counselor as well. Visit www.agstress.org for resources that assist and care for Kansas farmers and ranchers and their well-being. Included on this website are resources on stress management, financial and legal challenges, upcoming events, and call lines. Remember, resources are only useful when utilized. I'm Jo Argabright with K-State Research and Extension. Thank you for tuning in to this Extension Ed Talk on farm stress and mental health.